It's our annual patriotic show with a look at the 4th of July parade.
And highlights from the concert and fireworks at Lake Carolyn.
And we'll have a preview of George Washington's Slept Here.
All this and more coming up About Town.
Hello everyone and welcome to About Town. I'm Susan Kamyab.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman, and of course I'm thrilled to have Susan back. So we've seen a lot of each other though this past couple of weeks because we've both been working on the summer intern show.
Right, yeah, it's been great working with them. I worked with one of the students to do a rediscover of Captain Nemo's, and I'll be working with another young lady to do a movie review of Mamma Mia, Here I Go Again. I think that's the one, yeah.
Looking forward to that one. I've been working with the other part of the team. We've got a wonderful story on Girls Who Code, a local chapter up at Valley Ranch Library, and a surprise, something never before done on About Town. You'll just have to tune in to see it.
Oh, yeah, they're such a great group.
They are a wonderful group this year. I'm really excited for the show that they're going to be putting together.
Definitely.
Well, we're glad that you could be with us too for highlights from the spectacular Independence Day festivities here in Irving.
We'll also look back at the 2018 Juneteenth celebration and, back by popular demand, Children's Day at the theater.
As always, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know if there's a community event you'd like to promote on the show or a story that you'd like to see us cover.
You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you.
The community-wide celebration of Independence Day closed in a familiar way, fireworks over beautiful Lake Carolyn and plenty of family fun. But the festivities began 3 days earlier and included a special message for our troops. Here are some highlights. The crowd that gathered at Lake Carolyn on the 4th of July was ready to celebrate.
Happy 4th of July!
Happy 4th of July!
Happy 4th of July!
Happy birthday, America!
Happy 4th of July to the city of Irving.
There was music in the air and plenty for kids and families to enjoy as they waited for the day's grand finale. But residents didn't wait until the 4th to start their celebration this year.
Actually, we started on Sunday with the Silver Tones performing. We had the Military Reserve do a band concert at City Hall. And last night we had a great get-together with Nell Ann Hunt, who put out over 40,000 flags in our city.
The National Guard 36th Infantry Division Band concert on the 2nd featured patriotic music, starting with the national anthem, but the band quickly showed their versatility too, moving to big band. And then jazz and pop and rock. And the crowd loved them. If you missed them this year, not to worry.
This is the first time we've had them here in Irving, but they want to come back. So we're excited about that. Next year we're looking really forward to it.
At Lake Carolyn, attendees danced to the beat of the Argyles from Austin, Texas. The community-wide celebration drew residents and visitors in thousands.
I came out to enjoy the festivities as well as celebrate our independence.
Spend some time with my friends and see the fireworks.
I just lived down the street. We wanted to watch the fireworks, so we came over here.
I saw it in the Irving Spectrum.
Festivities of Irving, the fireworks, and my wife definitely got us out of the house.
It actually showed a month worth of activities, so I plan to attend everything here in the city.
The theme for this year's event was inspired by Unite for Troops, which was on hand at Lake Carolyn to collect donations and pass along messages to our servicemen and women. Many attendees said their thoughts on the 4th were with friends and family in the military.
I was very fortunate. My father was in the Korean War, and he was in the Marines. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
I'm very thankful to my late grandfather. He served as a Marine here.
It's my son, Gregory Griffin. He actually going to Guam. He'll be there for 2 years. He in the Navy.
My cousin Sean Howard, he served in our great military services for almost a decade.
With supporting our troops and first responders in mind, many attendees had a special wish for them.
Happy 4th of July, Alex. who's in boot camp.
I want to thank him for his support and dedication and work to ensure our freedom as United States Americans.
God bless all the troops.
And as twilight settled over Lake Carolyn, everyone was in place for the grand finale, and fireworks lit up the sky. A dazzling display on a surprisingly mild Texas evening, it was the perfect ending to a day when we celebrate liberty and those who preserve it. This is Kathy Whiteman reporting.
No 4th of July in Irving would be complete without a parade, and this year's parade focused on the theme, Continuous Support for Our Troops. Here's a look.
Today we are having a birthday celebration for the United States of America, and we are doing it Irving style with a grandiose hometown parade.
The 2018 4th of July parade theme was dedicated to our troops, emphasizing that Irving supports our military all year long.
It's just not during times of war, but it's just continuous for the people that are deployed and our veterans, everybody that served.
A number of floats drove by representing their patriotism.
You're going to see a combination of memorial tributes that pay tribute to veterans, and then you'll see tributes to famous military battles, just a variety of organizations that have rendered support to our military troops over the years. And then you're also going to see tributes to the various military branches.
A few of the parade winners included Model A Ford Club for Most Unique, Mid-City's Clown Alley received Best Costume, and American Legion Post 218 earned Best Music and Best of Show. However, all the floats were decorated to impress, as crowds gathered in excitement over the parade.
I've always felt like this is a time that our community comes together and demonstrates its love for country, and also its love for an Irving tradition. So it's just a wonderful gathering of the community. Nobody does it better than Irving.
As the parade came to an end, the fun continued over at Heritage Park.
We're going to have children activities, and we'll also have our famous watermelon reception.
Irving's annual 4th of July parade brought together family and friends to celebrate the birth of our nation. For About Town, this is Susan Kamyab.
To learn more about upcoming community events, visit irvingevents.org.
Everyone's favorite animated vampire family is back in Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation. Cynthia Flores returns with a review of this instant summer family hit.
In the heat of summer, Sony Animations has released a film for the whole family about a special family of monsters. Of course, I'm talking about the third film in the story of Count Dracula, as voiced by Adam Sandler, Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation. With the return of all the voices we love in this series, such as Selena Gomez, Kevin James, Fran Drescher, Steve Buscemi, Molly Shannon, and David Spade.
What can I help you with, Lord of Darkness?
I'm looking for a date.
The date is Friday, July 13th.
No, I want to meet someone.
Understood. You want to eat dim sum.
Don't you get it? I want to go on a date. I'm lonely.
I understand. You want bologna.
Too many eyes. Too few eyes. Not into tentacles.
Dad?
No, maybe.
You're stressed out from working too hard. You need a vacation from running everyone else's vacation. And I know just how to fix it.
Dracula's daughter, Mavis, doesn't realize that her dad is lonely. He sees everyone coupling up and feels he's finished his job of raising his daughter to be a strong vampire. He's happy with how he raised her, despite the fact that she's married to a human who he's learned to accept. They even gave him a grandson to dote over. Now he has time to focus on himself quietly so as not to upset Mavis. So the last thing on his mind is a vacation from running his beloved hotel for monsters.
Mavis, where are we going? A cruise? Oh, no.
Dad! Come on, there's so much to do. You could go scuba diving. Try some exotic food. Or just enjoy the view.
Okay, Dad, thank you.
Lucky for Dracula, this trip lets him meet the person he will zing with, or as humans say, fall in love with. It happens to be the beautiful Captain Erica, voiced by Catherine Hahn.
Maybe you'll find your own fireworks on the cruise.
It's not the Love Boat, Frank.
Ahoy there! I am Captain Erica.
You must be the one and only Dracula.
Dubide, shula, kubide.
There's something about an accent that makes a man sound so intelligent.
Dubide, shula, kubide.
In this third outing for this franchise, we get a little more backstory on how Dracula decided to create his famous Hotel for Monsters. It was due in large part to get away from the dogged Van Helsing clan that for generations vowed to rid the earth of monsters just like him. A family line that also includes Captain Erica.
You nailed it, honey. Best summer vacation ever!
You were right, great-grandfather Van Helsing. Monsters are disgusting. They have no idea what's about to happen to them.
Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation is rated PG and is a perfect fit to the last two films. The characters are still funny, and seeing them start their vacation in the Bermuda Triangle on their way to the lost city of Atlantis is wickedly funny. What I like most about this film is that there are colorful elements to appeal to the kids in the audience with just as many smart and witty bits that will keep the adults engaged. That's a hard balancing act to do well. Add to the mix a lesson on inclusion instead of hatred, and it actually makes it a timely film. So much packed into a cartoon starring Adam Sandler. Who would have guessed? So I hope you'll take the family out to a cool air-conditioned movie theater to beat the heat and enjoy this funny film.
There is something about that woman I don't trust.
The food here is to die for.
Must have been garlic in the guacamole.
Isn't that deadly for you?
Was that you? Oh no, Blobby's gonna puke.
Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation is currently playing at AMC Irving Mall, Alamo Drafthouse, Las Colinas, and Regal MacArthur Marketplace.
Last year's very successful Children's Day at the theater made it a sure bet to return this summer. This year, there were 2 performances of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz for audiences to enjoy. Here's a look at all the fun.
A crowd begins to fill at the Irving Art Center's Carpenter Hall for the annual Children's Day at the Theater show.
We launched this program last year, and the main objective was to introduce theater to children who may not otherwise have an opportunity to experience a professional show free of charge at a state-of-the-art theater.
The Irving Parks and Recreation Department teamed up with Les Théâtres de Marionette to put on 2 special performances of The Wizard of Oz.
This is a puppet version, so we have some variations. So kids who are familiar with the movie or familiar with the book series, this one's yet another adaptation.
It's really good to experience a traditional story, classic story, in a different way.
The Wizard of Oz follows Dorothy and her dog Toto after a tornado hits their home in Kansas and they awake to find themselves in the strange and wonderful land of Oz. While there, they make new friends with a scarecrow, a tin man, and a cowardly lion.
Oh, please don't hit me again!
Goodness, what a fuss you're making! I thought lions were supposed to be brave.
Yeah, and lion-hearted.
Oh, I'm afraid of everything and everybody. Sometimes I can bluff my way if I make a lot of noise, but inside, I'm all jelly.
But her enchanted visit is soon threatened when she must confront the Wicked Witch of the West and find her way back home.
I love Wizard of Oz because I feel like every child today will leave knowing that whatever you want to become, whatever you think you want, you already have it. And that's what a priceless storyline.
The puppeteers and organizers especially enjoy seeing the children's reactions during the show.
Oh, it's amazing performance. I mean, we could even hear the little girl that was just, yay, right after the first number. I mean, it sets the tone for everybody. It's so much fun.
Just looking at the kids and their intensity, watching them watch the show and the intensity in which they watch it is amazing.
It's very enjoyable. So young children, You might think, oh, they're going to be a little bit afraid, but they get used to it pretty quick. You get used to seeing the little puppets performing in their own little environment, and it takes you away.
Children's Day at the theater gave parents and their kids an opportunity to beat the heat and diverse themselves in a new artistic experience.
We say that puppets only tango in front of a live performance, and that was definitely true today.
For About Town, this is Susan Kamyab.
Up next for the Irving Parks and Recreation, the 54th annual one-act play competition. That's Friday, July 20th at 7 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall.
George Washington Slept Here is the latest production from Main Stage Irving Las Colinas, closing out their 2018-2019 season. Susan brings us this preview.
Newton Fuller has brought his New York City Slicker family to their new home in the country, only to find out their new home isn't quite as cozy as their previous one.
200 years old. Just think George Washington slept here.
He finds a fixer-upper, and they get out there, and he surprises his family with his new investment for them. And it is the investment that keeps on investing.
Main Stage Irving Las Colinas presents Moss Hart and George S. Kaufman's 1940s play, George Washington Slept Here. Why is it called that, you ask?
George Washington!
Martha wasn't a very good housekeeper.
And that's about as historical as this play gets. From there, George Washington Slept Here is a laugh-out-loud riot.
Wacky family members come in, and nosy neighbors, and kids running in and out and stuff, till everything is pretty much a disaster, but somehow you still live the American dream.
This high-class family is trying to make a new life in a house that's falling apart. Adjusting to the country comes easy to Newton.
He's a very easily excitable guy. He loves everybody he meets. Every new opportunity is bright, shiny, wonderful, and he's out to have a good time.
However, his wife Annabelle is struggling.
Steve, for God's sake!
She's pretty frustrated the whole time and just trying to make the best of it, but most of the time she's just being frustrated and pulling her hair out.
Though husband and wife characters Newton and Annabelle are having trouble seeing eye to eye, the actors playing them, who are also married in real life, are actually having a great time.
We're comfortable around each other, so we kind of like right away fell into this alternate relationship, and it's fun.
We have plenty of practice. The chemistry is already there, I hope. And we've had the opportunity to rehearse together, which is great. It's one thing to have somebody read lines with you as opposed to somebody who can actually act them with you. And not just our scenes together, she knows the inflections of the rest of the cast and the way that they deliver it. And so it's been great, not just being able to work with her, but the opportunity to grow our characters together.
And it's Newton who ultimately symbolizes the theme of the play, showing that it's the simplest things in life that are most important.
His family, being able to reflect on life and appreciate things. And I hope that a lot of people will maybe reflect on the things that they appreciate, the simple things, and what they might overlook, and the things that they might be taking for granted.
There's a really good speech that Newton Fuller does at the end of the show that after everything has fallen apart, come back together and succeeded, we think, he gives a good speech about, it's about having a home and a family, and those things are important.
A heartwarming message paired with lots of laughs. George Washington Slept Here is a hilarious comedy that everyone can relate to.
I can't imagine it not being fun to watch because it's just really fun to be in.
You're gonna have fun, you're gonna laugh, and there is the genuine stuff that you can connect with, but it's just a good time.
For About Town, this is Susan Kamyab.
Bingo!
Main Stage Irving Las Colinas presents George Washington Slept Here, July 20th through August 4th in the Dupree Theater. Call 972-252-ARTS for showtimes and ticket information.
We'll take a look back at a very special Juneteenth celebration featuring all the traditions of this unique Texas holiday and a new addition, Art in the Garden. Kathy has the story.
Artist Gwen Powell's family is from a community that has a lot in common with Bear Creek.
My dad grew up in Clayton, Texas,
which is in Panola County.
Clayton is a settlement in the piney woods of East Texas. Like Bear Creek, it was home to a community of men and women newly freed from slavery.
And a lot of cotton fields around there. There are even stories about how they grew up and some of their neighbors were Native Americans.
Powell's exhibit of paintings, inspired by his family's history, was on display in the Texas Native Plants Garden as the centerpiece of this year's Juneteenth celebration.
We have African drummers out here. They're dancing right now. We have In-N-Out Burger here. They're going to feed us. A community picnic is going on. We have vendors out here, and we got a lot of things going on. Artwork is out here. So we have the community coming out, and we're all having fun. It's like a reunion.
The entertainment also included the sounds of jazz saxophonist Joyce Spencer, a Bear Creek favorite.
It's good to have people to come out, celebrate with us, learn about the history of this community, learn about Juneteenth, and just enjoy the celebration.
The annual celebration commemorates June 19, 1865, the day that Texas slaves learned they were no longer in bondage.
They actually now had the ability to chart their own destiny. No longer could anybody hold them bound because they had been set free.
Councilman Webb says that Bear Creek is the perfect location for the City of Irving celebration as the home of the Jackie Townsell Bear Creek Heritage Center.
There's a lot of people who grew up in this community. They come back. It's almost like a family reunion for the people that grew up in this community.
We've been here for a while. Bear Creek has been here for a long time, and we have a lot of heritage here.
You'll see people come back. They'll bring their grandkids, and you'll see multiple generations of family members come out here and meet up.
I grew up here. I mean, I live here now, but I'm still Bear Creek proud. It's just like everyone else.
So to have this event be the catalyst that bring them back to this community just makes this day even more special.
It's like a big family picnic and celebration. It's a great event to come out to.
This is Kathy Whiteman reporting.
Learn more about the West Irving Improvement Association's events by following them on Facebook. And learn more about Gwen Powell's artwork at rmangraphics.com.
The Tuesday Painters Group at the Center for the Arts at J.C. Park has a tradition that's almost a half-century old. They meet every Tuesday to learn more about art and painting. Here's a look at some of their work on display in the East Gallery through July 27th and a list of other creative things to do about town.
more great ways to cool off happening about town. IMOC Productions presents Cuttin' Up at the Beauty Shop on Sunday, July 29th at 6 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall.
Summer Reading Challenge Fun continues at Friday Night Live with The Greatest Show on Earth. The fun starts at 7 p.m. and the screening of The Greatest Showman starts at 8 p.m. at the South Irving Library. Call 972-721-2606 for more information.
Explore new stories and fun art projects with your toddler at Jumpstart Stories and Art. The next session, Dog Days of Summer, is Thursday, August 2nd at 10 a.m. in the Irving Art Center, Suite 200.
Catch the summer theater campers in action in Get Your Kicks at Route 66. Presented by Child's Play Touring Theater. The show is Friday, August 3rd at 6:30 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall. For more information about these events at the Irving Art Center, call 972-252-ARTS. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time when you'll meet the 2018 About Town Summer Intern Team.
They'll bring us stories on Captain Nemo's, a local chapter of Girls Who Code at the Valley Ranch Library, and a few surprises.
So you'll have to tune in. We'll leave you tonight with another look at the National Guard 36th Infantry Division Band in performance at the Patriotic Salute Concert July 2nd. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Susan Kamyab. Have a great evening.